KSR is here live at Rupp Arena after the Kentucky Flood Relief Telethon. I am sitting in front of what looks like a fake background, but that is actually the real thing. I climbed up top to get a little bit far away from Jack Pilgrim, who is on the other side of the building. Jack, just your general thoughts on what went down tonight.
Yeah, what a cool event, coming together for such a great cause, raise over $2.4 million for flood victims in Eastern Kentucky. Just an unbelievable cause. So many people came out. There was a line of Kentucky fans wrapped around the building. Just a really cool event to be a part of. And that's not even counting the basketball side of things. I mean, just really cool seeing the telethon and all the people getting involved the way they did, the players, the coaches. This was an all-in effort from everybody inside UK athletics. You look down and Vince Marrow was down there representing the Kentucky football team. Just various celebrities and local people that have such a high impact in this community. Joe Kraft, Kelly Kraft were here. They are matching all donations up to $1 million. So really cool event just from an outside basketball perspective. And then we get the basketball side of things as well. And we'll definitely dive into that here in just a second.
Yeah, obviously this is all about the fundraising, of which they did plenty. You mentioned over $2 million, but for our purposes here on this YouTube page, we're going to focus on the basketball and be somewhat brief before they run us out of here. I think you made a very good point, and one of my main takeaways is I was shocked by the amount of people outside when I pulled in. I wasn't sure what kind of turnout they'd get announcing this on short notice, being a weekday right after work. But very great crowd that was wrapped around the building to get started. And I think they liked a lot of what they saw in the basketball court. I believe you had some stars that shined, you thought as well.
Yeah, just the crowd itself, both sidelines were completely full. Almost the entire lower bowl of Rupp Arena was filled with Kentucky fans, and they did get a show, and it was real 5-on-5, Drew. I mean, this was actual scrimmages. I know I remember last year the Players First Fan Fest or whatever that was at Transylvania. There was a lot of basically a full court layup line, dunk contest of sorts. They were actually competing out there. You saw, Cason Wallace diving for loose balls, Oscar Sheway dunking on people's heads and knocking down three-pointers, and I'm sure you'll talk about that here in just a second. But my two big takeaways, my two individual player takeaways. Antonio Reeves looks the part. There was a lot of concern about, would he be able to make that jump from Illinois State to Kentucky, matching the length, the size, and the speed of SEC basketball. How would that adjustment take place? And I'd heard behind the scenes that he had actually adjusted quicker than Kellen Grady adjusted from Davidson to Kentucky last season. Kellen wasn't really looking the part until October or so, and I'd heard Antonio Reeves was already far and away further along than Kellen was at this same point last year. He clearly looked that part. He was sensational, was able to create his own shot, really initiated for himself, finished very well around the basket. Really liked what I saw from him, and Jacob Toppin looked like a completely different player. You could see that he was playing with a new level of confidence and a new level of freedom that he clearly did not have last season playing behind Keon Brooks. He was knocking down shots, drive into the basket, dunking on people's heads. Jacob Toppin definitely looked the part as Kentucky's starting power forward going into this season.
I hope we still look the part as they turned off the lights behind us. Doesn't look quite like it did when I started. But I agree with you on everything said there. It's good to see Reeves. Wasn't sure how he'd fit in as a transfer adjusting this game. It's a scrimmage, so who knows what that means going forward. But he did look good tonight. And I just thought it looked good to see Calipari and the team having fun. I saw Calipari jump in there and grab boxes out of the T-shirts to throw to the crowd. Obviously, this is where he's kind of at his best. A good cause, but also bringing the fans together and having some fun. So overall, basketball aside, I think it was just good to get these guys out and have an event like this. I know, Oscar might still be down there taking pictures right now. He was still here just a few minutes ago after the team was long gone. But it was just something they needed heading into the Bahamas next week, and I think you'd agree.
Yeah, absolutely. And we didn't even get to the big storyline of the entire night. Mark Few calls in on Zoom, and we get an announcement from John Calipari. He teased a big announcement yesterday that something was coming. We had heard and reported here at KSR that Gonzaga was in talks with Kentucky, that it was something that both sides were very open to. That gets announced officially tonight, November 20th. Kentucky heads out to Spokane to see the Zags, a home and home get scheduled. Kentucky heads on the road in November this year, and then we get to host them again next season in 2023. So we get our big scheduling announcement. That was something Kentucky fans were definitely looking forward to, and it appears that Kentucky's non-conference schedule, Drew, is definitely coming together in a very, very impressive way.
Yeah, that was the big announcement. That non-conference game going to be the day after Kentucky plays Georgia in football, so quite a doubleheader. One more big announcement I don't think anyone saw coming is Xavier Wheeler just out of the blue announced that the blue-white game is going to move to Eastern Kentucky this year. Didn't reveal any details, but it sounded like he hinted it might be Pikeville Expo Center there. I'm not sure if that's what it will be, where it will be. Very cool of the team to take some joy out east after everything they've been through, and they will play that preseason exhibition game there. So I know you're excited about that. You're gonna go to Gonzaga, go see Spokane this November.
Hey, I think you need to be more worried than I will, because I can always jump on the plane and fly. You guys always hop in the car and drive, and I don't know how many hours that is, but I don't even want to find out. But I'm concerned that you are going to have to find out the hard way.
Well, that's a trip I'll worry about on down the road. I'm sure Matt will want us to drive, but you have a big Bahamas trip coming next week. I know you have to go home and pack. We'll touch base with that. Here at Rupp Arena, I think we should leave before we're asked to leave, but it was a fun night here at the Kentucky Flood Relief Telethon with over $2 million raised, and Kentucky fans got their first glimpse at the basketball team. A fun night overall. Go Cats.